Hey, it's another edition of Opposite Saxes.
It's that time again.
The two of us are here.
Just
By
the two.
way, just make it if we try, just the two of us. Or our favorite one is from Chicago. Just you and me, simple and free. What's your favorite song? Right in. Maybe we'll do a show about that.
Or we'll sing it.
Yeah.
Well, no, maybe not.
We'll do a show. We'll do a show on karaoke.
What are we gonna do?
We'll get a karaoke machine and we'll sing.
Oh, you really meant a real show on real karaoke?
Yeah, we'll save that probably for our final show because that would be our great exit. You are probably asking yourselves, pray tell, what are all of those question marks behind you all about? Well, I'll tell you, number one, if you got questions and answers, you just should reach out to our good friend, Christine Dean.
Absolutely.
Because if you got questions about your marketing, about your website, about how to make things better, how to make more money by increasing your social media presence.
Correct.
Excuse me. You don't call me because I'm choking. You reach out to Christine Dean. She is the DFW marketing guru. I got a cough.
See, last time I needed a Kleenex. Now you're coughing, have something to drink.
Okay, excuse me. Talk among yourselves.
Anyway, Christine is terrific. You need to reach out and give her a call, give her an email, whatever.
Yeah.
She's
and you know, and also if you do reach out to her, just discuss how maybe you can improve your website or your marketing plans. It'll be free. You just schedule an appointment.
Amazing.
Go to her website and just pick the time that's convenient for you, and you can have a one-on-one with her.
Good idea.
Very good idea.
Yeah.
So, more questions and more answers.
So it started with me because I came upon this little game, and we used to play games. We used to do gaming, and it's a cute question and answer type of game. And I thought it'd be cute to do on the show.
There's lots of games like that. Would you rather is one that we've played. Yeah, you've played before. Yeah. And I've done that on a few different shows.
What is this called? Oh, it's called Our Moments.
Our Moments.
So I thought it'd be fun if I pulled a few cards out and asked a few questions. And let's see where it goes.
Share our.
Stuart really wasn't up for this. So
well, yeah, no, I thought it was a good idea.
Well, you want to discuss more.
I said pick a card and we'll do a show about it. You said no,
that's not the way around it. You're just supposed to answer it in a few brief sentences.
So,
but somebody else wants to discuss. We'll see how it goes. Okay.
So what you're going to throw the first one out? Okay, first one out.
I'm the only one that has a card.
Oh, you're asking all the questions.
Yes, I am. Okay.
Take charge.
What's the best thing you learned from your mother?
From my mother? Well, a few things, but probably how to cook. But she taught me how to cook.
Yeah,
she taught me how to bake.
She was.
Especially how to bake.
Okay.
And an interesting follow-up to that was that I don't have an awful lot of recipes from my mother because they were all basic recipes, because she used to do everything.
A little of this, a little of that.
Yeah, it would say add salt and pepper and this, and it didn't say a quarter of a teaspoon. No. She would do it.
Although I do have quite a few of her recipes, and so does your sister. But yeah, she was a lot of. And
baking to this day, almost every Thanksgiving I bake my mother's recipe for apple pies.
Yeah, and they're delicious.
Oh,
apple pies are to die for.
And she also used to make great barbecued ribs.
Excellent barbecued ribs.
And when she go to the butcher, she would buy slabs and slabs, and she would cook for days, put them in the freezer.
But if you asked her what she had in it, she said whatever was in the refrigerator. She would add things to the barbecue sauce, right, to give it a little bit different zest, a little different flavor. Okay, so you learned
today they're called rubs.
Yes,
You
they
know,
are. Yeah, it's a little bit more
yeah.
fancy. Okay,
So how about you? What did you learn from your mother?
not cooking. We know that. I make no bones about it.
Cleaning,
No,
probably.
organization.
Which includes
How to be-
cleaning.
Oh, yeah, a little bit, but organization. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to say, just that much, and that's it.
I like to embellish.
Yes, you do. Have you ever unplugged? Oh, yes, this was one
What?
from our show. Have you ever unplugged from the internet for more than 4 days? You have got to be kidding. This one? But go ahead, you answer, dear.
Have I ever unplugged from the internet
For more than
for
4
more than 4
days.
days?
Not even.
Voluntarily? No. Last year when we had the winter storm and we're without power for 4 days, yeah, there's no internet for 4 days. But that was not by choice. Could I do it for 4 days? Well, let me take that back.
It's only supposed to be a
but
couple
we did,
sentences.
when we were on a cruise, we didn't connect to the internet on the cruise ship. So I've gone four more days without internet.
It has been very difficult for him.
It was a total basket case.
You were. I loved it. He did not. And you would think it would have been the other way around.
No.
Okay. And yes, so same for me when we're on a cruise, but there's many times I don't go on. And when we put on a movie, I always say, let's watch the movie. No interruptions. Like when you go to the movie theater.
Oh, movie theater, yes. But at home, the phone rings. Hold on,
No,
put it on pause for
there
just a
is,
second.
no, we're not supposed to be discussing this.
Oh, okay.
So
Sorry.
that's for another show. But I do disagree with you. Okay. Well,
Yeah, another show you can justify your answer. This show you can't justify squat.
this goes along with it. If social media didn't exist, how different would your life be?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally,
That's
completely.
true. Yeah.
And
Might not have your show.
And I'd really like to talk to somebody who can say, if it didn't exist, my life would be, it would be okay. It would be
Yeah.
fine. I don't think anybody could survive without some social media.
Yeah.
You can't get around it. Can you?
No. Isn't
So,
that terrible?
geez, something we
That's
agree
terrible.
on.
If you had $5,000 that you had to spend, how would you spend it?
Wow, $5,000. That's a pretty fair amount.
Yeah. It's a nice chunk of
And,
change.
Yeah, and again, are you talking like in a day?
It doesn't say.
In a day, you'd have to go out and buy something expensive, like jewelry.
No, you could pick a few things.
Yeah.
Pick a few things.
I would probably say jewelry. Because that amount of money would buy you a really, really nice watch or a ring or a bracelet or something like that. But I mean, to go out and spend $5,000 on clothing, that would be a little bit tough.
A piece of furniture, is there something you want?
Maybe a piece of furniture. Yeah, $5,000 worth of furniture would fill a room. You sure couldn't go out and to a nice dinner.
You could have a party.
I mean, maybe you could get on a plane and fly to New York City and have dinner at Tavern on the Green in Central Park, and then get back on the plane and come home. That could probably eat up $5,000.
If you stayed overnight, it
people.
probably could.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, private jet.
Interesting.
Yeah. I would take you to Paris.
Illinois.
Or
Texas.
Texas.
Paris, Texas.
Yeah.
I got that one.
Yeah,
Real quick.
Terry Bradshaw did it.
Yeah. Well, if it's good enough for Terry.
It's good enough for me.
Yeah. That'd be fine with me. I'm not
You go
choosy.
to Paris, Texas? Okay, we're going to go to Paris, Texas.
It's okay.
Okay.
I'd be curious as to what it's like.
Okay. And we'll report on it.
Yeah, it looked interesting from the video.
There's a mini Eiffel Tower there.
If you could sit down with your 15-year-old self, what would you tell him or her?
Get out of town.
At 15?
At 15. I was a handful at 15. And my parents were desperately thinking of which relative maybe they could pawn me off on. That was in, what was that, high school? Almost high school, middle school, 15, isn't it? Middle
No, you're
school or
high
high
school.
school? Yeah. I was sit down with my 15-year-old.
Do tell.
With my
Okay.
15-year-old self, it would be a very short conversation because one of us would stand up and walk on the other one.
Really?
You answer the question now. If you could sit down with your 15-year-old self, were you hormonal at 15?
Yeah, but I was a goody goody. You know, I always wanted to make my parents proud. Would maybe be more cognizant of my sisters. You know, we were all 5 years apart.
Yeah.
And that's 5 years is a lot when you're younger.
So when you're
So
15,
we all went our
then
own
your
ways.
younger sister was 10 and your older
Yeah.
sister
And my
was
older sister wanted nothing
20.
to do with me, and I didn't want anything to do
Well,
with
your
her.
older sister was off to college.
Yeah, she was out.
Yeah.
Well, but she was back because she got mono in college, so she had to give up college for a little
I
while.
did too.
But yeah, I think it would be to be a little closer to my sisters at that point. We are close now.
Yeah.
But it took a while until we had families. Be cognizant of family. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like this. This is depressing.
Oh, that's right. You just go for fun and games or what?
If you were to die 3 hours from now, what would you regret the most?
Looking at my watch.
Clever.
Oh, 3 hours. Ain't an awful lot you could do in 3 hours.
No.
I guess you'd open up the file cabinet and go through all the papers, make sure everything. 3 hours. That's ain't a lot of notice.
I know.
Is it? That was a
That's an
that was a
interesting
depressing question.
I told you. Okay, we'll go on to another one. What's the craziest?
Wait, why didn't you pass up the one about romance novels?
You were supposed to see that. Because, well, I couldn't think about it. If you wrote romance novels or erotic fiction, what would your pen name be? See, that's what I'm saying. That takes some thought.
I'll answer that with one that somebody once told me.
Okay.
Is that if you were ever going to be in an adult movie
Mhm.
or something, they said to pick a name, pick your favorite pet or your first or favorite pet and the street that you grew up on. And if that was the case, my acting name, or in this case, maybe my pen name would be Rex Bering.
Oh, that's good.
Is that good? Well, you know what yours would be?
It would not be good.
No, Sugar Shays. Now, see, that's an erotic name. See, this new novel by Sugar Shays, and the hero in the book is Rex Bering.
Maybe I should change my name.
It's fun. Do that, folks. Think of your
clever.
first or
Very
your
clever.
favorite pet and the street you grew up on. You know, unless you grew up on 31st Street, that makes it a little difficult. But across the street. But come up with a name and see that what your pen name might be.
Okay.
How about that one?
How about this one?
How about that one? Whoa. Oh. What
was the best kiss of your entire life? It's okay.
I know.
Go for it.
Okay, I'll take the fifth.
Well, hands down was my first kiss with you.
First one?
The second, the third, the fourth, and all
The first one was the first one
48 years.
Did we kiss on our first date? It was not a really good date. That was a toughie when I ran
No,
out
I
of
said the
gas.
first kiss. It doesn't have to be on the first date.
But that says the best kiss you ever had. Of course it was with
All
you.
of them are the best.
No, you know what I got a great answer for this.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Read the question again.
What was the best kiss of your entire life?
The next one.
Oh, I should have known. You're a good guy. Even if you really do. Joshing me.
You think now's a good time to say goodbye?
I think it's a wonderful time to say goodbye.
Okay, so we'll catch you next week. Okay.